In order to survive, the woman resorted to high-tech methods to bury herself alive. A quick sweep of a laser activated a nanofilm, instantly sealing her in. She thought she would be permanently entombed, but unexpectedly, the hibernation pod malfunctioned. With all her strength, she barely managed to tear through the nanofilm and gasp for air. Then, using both hands, she pushed hard and finally pulled her entire body free from the film. Just then, the lights turned on and an artificial intelligence appeared, warning her that only 35% of the oxygen remained. But Tina had just woken from hibernation. She didn't know who she was and thought she had been kidnapped. Her struggle was in vain. The cramped pod didn't even allow her to turn over. Suddenly, Tina recalled vague fragments of memory from a hospital. She began calling for help, hoping someone outside could hear her. Unfortunately, this wasn't a hospital. In fact, her violent movements had caused the oxygen levels to drop even more rapidly. Tina had no choice but to calm down. She had to force herself to relax if she wanted any chance of escape. Eventually, a terrifying realization struck her. Who was she, really? But how could an artificial intelligence answer such a question? Hoping to get her name from it was wishful thinking. All it gave her was a cold, impersonal ID code. With oxygen continuing to decline, she had to find a way out. She ordered the AI to open the pod, but it refused, and instead asked for the administrator password. How could someone who couldn't even remember her own name possibly recall a password? With her hope of escape dashed once again, Tina tried another approach. She attempted to call the police, only to be told that external communication was unavailable. She then transmitted a voice signal through the central data line, and at last, the police received her message. But to her despair, Tina didn't know who she was or where she was. The only clue the police had to go on was the serial number of the pod. At that moment, the communication suddenly cut off. Tina had a new idea: DNA testing. Using genetic matching, she finally discovered her true identity. That's when she learned she was actually a PhD in biology.